Guys, we have some breaking news. Now, I'm normally not a channel to cover breaking news, however, this just stood out to me and I needed to cover it. So, breaking news, the German roller coaster manufacturer Gerstlauer just announced that next month at the IAAPA Expo here in Orlando, Florida, the manufacturer will announce their latest Infinity coaster, which is Gerstlauer's headline model. A few months back, we had a very similar announcement from Gerstlauer saying a new record-breaking roller coaster made by them would open here in America in 2021. That roller coaster would be Defiance at Glenwood Caverns in Colorado. This coaster would have the steepest freefall drop in the world with 103 degrees. However, that coaster is using their Eurofighter model, so this coaster that they are now teasing is completely separate from Defiance, since this is an Infinity coaster. The company will also be partnering with Ride Entertainment to construct this coaster. This also means that we can expect a KCL light package maybe, as seen in some of the other Infinity coasters like Hang Time. Now let's really dive into this, as what matters the most is the location of the coaster. Where is this ride gonna go? Well, what we do know is that this coaster will be opening in late 2022, so around the fall of next year. We know it's going to be in America, but this late 2022 opening is confusing because only a small percentage of parks are open year-round, with many closing either their entire park or a majority of their rides by November. So it would seem dumb for a coaster to open in September only to close 2 months later when it starts to get cold. So this eliminates 47 out of the 50 states. Plus, Ride Entertainment also states that this new Infinity coaster will have guests racing to it in order to be the first to ride, as it is being installed at a high-profile location. Keyword, high profile. This leaves states like California, Texas, and Florida. Specifically, San Antonio, Texas, Los Angeles, California, and Orlando, Florida. I think we can take Texas out of the picture. SeaWorld is already opening many new rides for 2022, and even though Texas Stingray opened before the pandemic, it still was supposed to open along with the likes of Icebreaker and Iron Gwazi. Plus, they are rumored to get an S&S Scream and Swing for next year. And Six Flags Fiesta Texas is already getting Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger in 2022. Now, let's take a look at California. We know it can't be Six Flags Magic Mountain since they are adding Wonder Woman Flight of Courage. It can't be Universal Hollywood since Super Nintendo World is opening next year. And what eliminates every other park in SoCal is that Knott's Berry Farm already has a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster with Hang Time. So no one really wants to build the same coaster as competition. This then leaves Orlando, Florida. It can't be Disney because that's pretty obvious. It can't be SeaWorld Orlando or even Busch Gardens because of Icebreaker and Iron Gwazi. And I highly doubt it would be Universal Orlando since they have never worked with Gerstlauer and they just opened Velocicoaster. So, what does this leave? Well, I know this is going to sound crazy, but what this leaves is, drumroll please, Fun Spot America Orlando! Yep. Now first, the reason why I don't think it would go to Kissimmee is because they recently added Hurricane and Mindblower. Fun Spot Orlando has not received a new coaster since 2013, so a new coaster is much needed. When you think about the logistics, this park makes the most amount of sense. Fun Spot has been upping their game lately, and they are interested in making coasters with new manufacturers, and they are not afraid to build giant roller coasters either. I mean, look, they partnered with RMC and they are making this. So a Gerstlauer similar to Monster at Adventureland going to Fun Spot Orlando, it really isn't that shocking. Now, what's my evidence on why this ride could really go to Fun Spot? As we said earlier in the headline location, most other parks in Florida are already building their 2022 edition, and no other park has a partnership with Gerstlauer. Plus, with Fun Spot having year-round operations, they don't have to stress about a time frame. Another thing to note is the new RMC going to Fun Spot Atlanta is rumored to cost between $10 to $20 million. Monster at Adventureland only cost $9 million to build, so this is definitely in Fun Spot's price range. Now the real question is going to be, where would it go in Fun Spot? Well, with the phrase guests will race to this coaster, this could have a racing theme. So this could also mean that this will be a launched Infinity, so maybe similar to Carajo at Tripschill, or it could even be two small Infinity coasters that duel. That is very unlikely, but you never know. Now to get back on track, there's a decent sized plot of land that FunSpot Orlando uses for their events, which oddly enough is the same size as Monsters plot of land at Adventureland. Now, real quick, one more thing I want to add before I end this video is the fact that this, as of now, is being teased as a one-of-a-kind Gerstlauer Infinity. Now, this could be really good or mediocre. I mean, Defiance was advertised as a brand new record-breaking Gerstlauer. But, let's be real, when we hear record-breaking, we expected much more than Defiance actually gave. So when I hear one of a kind, I'm expecting maybe a never-before-seen element on this coaster, maybe some kind of cool inversion that has never been invented, or maybe something like a double zero-G roll, who knows? Or maybe to be a bit more ambitious, the first ever Infinity coaster to have both a launch and a lift. I'm just speculating here. Maybe something cool like that, but for now, the fact that a new coaster could be opening at FunSpot Orlando is crazy enough. I've wanted a new coaster to open here forever, because White Lightning was really good, but it really isn't anything too special. They really need a headline coaster, especially one that ages much more than a wooden coaster. But what's even crazier is the fact that this could be a freaking Gerstlauer Infinity. That alone is legendary. So that's all we have for now on this new Gerstlauer Infinity coaster. Let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with me or you think this coaster could be going somewhere else. Obviously, this is all speculation and rumors. Nothing is confirmed. Now, if you want to see more updates on this brand new coaster, then make sure you subscribe, as I will be covering this coaster a lot more as it gets announced. And I just wanted to thank Theme Park Horizons for helping me gather some of the information for this video. And if you want to see more on this coaster or hear more about this update, well then with Theme Park Horizons, check out my podcast, On the Hunt, as we will be diving into this coaster and exploring the insides and out a little bit more than this video. As always, it's a Hunter from Theme Park Hunting. I'll see you guys later, and don't forget to follow the thrill.